Sheffield Wednesday 5-minute view from the Cop. First home match of the season in the league, and unfortunately Sheffield Wednesday have come away losing 1-0. So much good leading up to the game. So obviously three wins on the bounce. Technically, things looking up. We understood that it's going to take a little bit of time to gel. We got players coming back from injury. We signed what looks like a really, really good prospect. Whether that's going to work or not, we'll have to see. But a little bit about my experience. I'm a long-term season ticket holder on the Cop, so I turned up 33,000. So one of the things that Storch and Co can't do is sort out the traffic. Hit traffic quite early, and people I were meeting hit traffic early. They ended up going. We usually have a pint before in the ground. I managed to get in time to get one. So got in the ground. Everything seemed pretty much the same as usual. They've put another bar at the bottom, so that, I say another bar, it's a self-service bar, machines, which is sort of a good idea, but the issue you've got is that when you go in on the Cop, straight away on those turnstiles, you're straight onto the queue for the food. So when there's a lot of people queuing for food, as soon as people are trying to get through the turnstiles, they hit the back of the queue straight away, and then you've got people walking through to get to the bar at the bottom. Few major issues really that I'm not really sure we can do that much around, other than moving all the hospitality across the road. But I thought maybe they might have turned the bars and made them long. Got a lot of beers ready, so I fought my way through to another long queue. The queues, I suppose, to be fair, seem to be moving probably a little bit quicker, but having said that, I think people were just walking away because we had a bit of an issue with because of the number of the crowd. I mean, they knew how many they were going to be expecting, but they were running out of beer, they were running out of chips apparently, and I think so Wednesday were off, so we got Madry on, but that was off on the bar where I went to, and so I ended up having a pint of cider down in about 10 minutes, and then went up. So when I got inside the ground, just before kick-off, the big flag came out on the north stand. I'm going to put some YouTube shorts up a little bit later when I get back. Put some YouTube shorts up of the flag going up, and then we had some fireworks at the start. Got a little bit of footage of the corner. So we got the northwest corner with the dugout idea. It's a bit strange, but at least it's getting used. However, big away following me, maybe a little bit too close to it to give it a little bit of stick in that corner. I don't know, we'll have to see. So when it comes down to the team, we got Valerie back in the side. Apparently he was tired before, so obviously been playing in the World Cup. So good to see him back in, because he did look quality when we've seen him come back in. And then in the middle, we'd gone with Otugbayo and dropped Sil Swinkles, and instead we'd got Liam Cooper in. Good to see a bit of experience. Again, you got to wonder. Otugbayo, I thought, picked up quite a lot last season, and this season I've just been a little bit nervous about him, as I have about a few, about us defensive wise. But we'd actually got Billy Mitchell in the team, so we expected that we were going to be a little bit shored up a little bit in that sense. Billy Mitchell in the team, and we decided to go, instead of Leon Gola, who wasn't actually in the squad at all, A bit surprising because I thought he'd done pretty well so far. Instead, we went with Louis Barry and Gray on the opposite side. So that's quite interesting. And then up front we decided to go with Jamal Lowe. Well, he's been the one that's been scoring the goals, so you can sort of understand that. And on the bench, really, from an attacking point of view, we'd got Burstow and we'd got Morrison, the new player from Liverpool, who looked, certainly off his goals videos, he looks a very exciting player, and we're banging him in for 4 in Premier League 2, so hopefully that's going to give us a little bit of firepower. Having said that, though, I think with we're probably expecting to play him on the wing, although I think he can play in the centre. So he did end up coming on, and he did look very, very good, really, really good, and I think it's going to be very exciting seeing him going forward. It's going to be really interesting seeing how he comes on. But when he got the ball, he seemed to be able to pass the players for fun, turning one way and then the other, and yeah, I think with a bit of backup on that side, I think we're looking pretty good. But the issue was, so we sort of hit them quite quickly at the beginning of the game, and we just seemed to just swarming all over him. Is that saying it? They swarm, but we were sort of swarming all over him, and they looked like they were really struggling. We didn't really. We had first half we had 10 shots, 3 on target. They had 2 shots, none on target, and I just thought, and other people around me just thought, well, it's just going to be a matter of time, kicking towards a cop in the second half, and we're going to be the team that's going to come on stronger. But they came out at half time, and we sort of looked okay at that point. I thought, no need to change anything, but we came out after half time, and they looked a little bit quicker to the ball. They were jumping on us straight away, and as I've said many times before, we just can't handle that kind of thing. We don't move quick enough, and we don't pass quick enough, really, from my point of view, to say the quality that we've got. And again, when we were putting some good moves together, we look levels above where they were. I mean, Bradford, yes, they've come away with a win, but really they didn't look. They looked a bit threatening at times, and certainly when we should have been pushing on in the second half, they were jumping on us. We were leaving holes all over the place and giving them the opportunity to be able to go at us. I mean, the goal itself was the ball, from what I saw, and I've not seen it back, but it came over, went over everybody, and there was a player in space, and he shot and scored. So I'm not really sure what happened there. Was somebody not picking up, but at that point you just thought, so they'd been coming at us and not giving us that time. I mean, maybe we're trying to play championship football, and they're playing League One. They just hit us when they needed to. The big calls, like the corners, and I think actually when they scored from a corner. So things like that again, set pieces last season, and there's a lot good to be said about last season. But last season on set pieces, we were very, very poor, and I think we've probably conceded from a set piece this time. So it's not very good really so far on that sense. But I think the players. I thought Valerie probably didn't quite look up to it. I don't know whether he's struggling a little bit. We have got options now. I think potentially we could have Leon Gola at right back. So we do have options now. But yeah, Valerie looks a little bit off it. I thought Louis Barry, who had always looked really good, and he actually played on the left, which is his preferred, but I thought that Gray on the right looked really good. Actually, I thought he looked very good on the right, and I thought that Louis Barry didn't really give enough, not as much as we've seen so far from him. So maybe next time they're going to try Morrison on the right and Gray on the left, just to see what that works out like. But certainly they both look like really decent attacking players. Bazza in the middle is Bazza, and he controls a lot of the game, and he also makes mistakes. Say Billy Mitchell looked pretty good, and then Slattery was I've probably seen a little bit more from him, so I don't know. I think we get rid of the ball quicker from the back, which is great, but there's a lot of roofing it forward, and Jamal Lowe's not that kind of player, not that kind of target player. Burstow, when he came on, I think again, we roofing it forward. We seemed to do a lot better when we were passing the ball relatively quickly, with the little triangles that we got going on the sides, with such as Gray, and then obviously Morrison, when he came on, just seemed to be able to just take him on. So we're still growing, we're still learning as a team. I think the quality was there to see, but again, it's the end product, isn't it? And the Bradford didn't really seem to have much in the way of quality, but they had the end product they scored, and I think they would say that they deserved to win, despite the fact that I think we had most of the match. But we should have done a lot better in the second half. So went out, went to the toilet. Have we got hot water? No. Have we got water? No. So no water on the cop in the toilets. There you go. And we didn't win a match as well. But a good crowd and some decent performances. But we just need to make it all somehow fit together. And at the minute, it's just not. I think, as one of my fellow colleagues said, quality will show through by the end of the season. And I think I replied back to that, saying that I think if Bradford, no offence to Bradford because we've got the 3 points, but if they're the best that this league's got to offer, then we should be looking at automatic or up there, So anyway, a bit disappointing. Still work to do on and off the pitch. But it will come good, and I've not completely lost hope. I'm sure there's going to be a meltdown, Pedersen out, etc. But I think it's a work in progress, and it'll all come good. Okay, till next Tuesday in the cup. Bye for now, and we're all Wednesday, aren't we?